Okay. Papa. No. Oi. Okay. So as you know, 2 weeks ago I was in I not so be in Spain, and I was. Now yesterday I came back from Spain, and let's say the stuff in there, the cultural differences that I was able to pick on was disappointing and unique. Like for them it's normal unique. I understand that because of cultural differences, but the first impression that I got was wow in there was the roads. Like the roads in there are like extremely good quality. I haven't seen such roads in here in Bulgaria. It's surprisingly how much mobility you have in there. Uh, Another thing that from the roads that I picked on was it's gonna sound rude, but that's the only way I can pronounce it. How many disabled people were in there? It was interesting. Like they were on wheels, cherry wheels. I think that's how it's called. They were from there for them. It was very easy to move around, which was surprisingly interesting to see. Like I thought there won't be such thing because of the area that I live in. Um, the thing that I was really disappointed about Spain was the water. The water was very bad. It was disgusting to drink it. Like I was crying when I got in there. I had to drink that water. It was so bad. Anyone from Bulgaria knows what I'm talking about, and because this is the foreign water. Like they don't have any mineral water. I tried to buy a mineral bottle of water that was exported from France. It was shit. Like Devon is the best water. Like what are you doing, Western? Now I understand when that people complain that water is bad, has bad taste, but I didn't thought, I didn't think that it was that bad. Like imagine not having mineral water in your sinks, like which is well because when I said that to a foreigner in Spain that in Bulgaria most of our sinks runs mineral water. He thought it was like some expensive rich country, and I told him we are the poorest country in the European Union, and he was shocked. Like I was just talking to him about it. It was a quick talk. He was just confused about what I was doing in here in Spain from already from Bulgaria. I told him I was working in Spain. I was working as a civil right duty something. I don't know how to tame it. Essentially, I was working in like a restaurant to say, where I'll be cooking for homeless people. And the personnel in there was unique. There was a guy called Jose Code, like yeah, the average Spanish name, who was just very cheerful guy. I think I really picked on the Spanish people thing is that they lie a lot. I don't like lying, and that I think is just a norm for there to lie, because when you go out to say you wanna say goodbye in Bulgaria, we wish you when you say goodbye in Bulgaria, the following thing is like this: goodbye, see you next time. I wish you best of health. That's a very common thing to say to wish someone best of health, have good health when you're saying goodbye. But in there, when you say goodbye, then usually no, not usually they wish themselves good luck. Which is interesting. I picked on really that on fast. About the food, it was disappointing. I ate mostly Western and foreign food. I don't know. I couldn't find the soup gazpacho in there. Maybe it's out of season. I don't know. Maybe in Malaga they don't serve gazpacho. which was just weird for me. Like, I ate Indian food in there. The, yeah, and the tapas thing, I only once were able to get it. Like, when we ordered tapas, they said no, no, no. And only once when we ordered tapas, they gave it to us. And there are lots of people who are like lazy. They're not like hardworking as Bulgarians. Only Bulgarians will get what I mean by that. Hardworking as Bulgarians. Maybe you've heard this saying, be hardworking as ants. Maybe some of you will understand more of it of the saying. But it's hella unique. The difference between work because in the kitchen that we were cooking for homeless people, they were just surprising how hardworking I was. I was just working for 5 hours straight without a break, and they were like scared. They were like, "What the hell is this kid doing?" And the guy who was Jose, he was very cheerful to me because he was like, okay, he probably thought this because he knows he was able to understand that I'm not from Spain. And probably said to himself, probably, okay, this kid came from far ahead, and he's working hard as fuck, more than some of us. And he told me a saying, I cannot quote it in Spanish. It was something like that. Full stomach is a good heart, and a good heart is a good mind. Which was like unique. He was trying to talk to me in Spanish, even though I wasn't really able to understand him. And in the hostel when we were living, it was about 20 people were living in one apartment. Uh, and we had to share bathrooms, which is I'm like used to it. It's not a big problem. You just need to clean up after you use it. And what else to say? People, oh yeah, the people I had to share were very spoiled. They will usually buy a frozen pizza, defrost it, cook it, and let's say they eat 1/4 of it. The other 3/4, they leave it in the fridge, and on the next day, they would just throw it out. They won't even eat it. So they were very spoiled, these brats. Like they're studying in a military school, and you're just gonna tell me like, you're so fucking spoiled, no discipline. My father, if he saw me doing, my father saw me doing something like that, I'll probably get beaten up. He would just, he will force me to clean the bathroom with a toothbrush, probably. I've already done that. It's not very fun. Being punished to use a toothbrush to clean your toilet is not a very joyful thing to do. In there I saw that lots of people were begging for money. In Bulgaria, we have poor people in Bulgaria. I'm not gonna lie about it, but when we were in there, people were a lot begging. They didn't feel shame begging for money. When in there, I was just like going in a restaurant, Italian restaurant, to serve buying pizza. I was sitting in there with friends, and just a homeless guy. Maybe he was jobless. I don't know if he was homeless. Was just going in the restaurant. Yeah, inside of the restaurant, not ordering food, but just begging for money. That was just so disgusting. And I don't know why is the reason for it to have so many people doing such thing, begging for money, and I don't know if they're homeless. I can't understand that. They were just really begging for money, and comparing the price of here to Spain for the minimum wage, I guess for there is like a lot better when it comes to finance. I don't know what is the minimum wage. What else? In there, I already said that I can't find any traditional food to eat in there. No gazpacho, no type of any soups. There was, there's that. Oh yeah, I didn't see any street dogs, which was okay, which was very fine for me because I didn't have to use my shoes to protect myself. Yeah, when you usually need to protect yourself from a stray dog, the best thing is to do is throw rocks at him, or use your shoe to throw it. It's very effective. But when you throw a shot, expect it to be begun because he will steal it. I know from experience. Um, oh yeah, because of there weren't any stray dogs. There is still wildlife like rats and other little things. Not just piqued my curiosity and thought it's probably happening because of no stray dogs. Mm-mm. Uh, Okay. I'm back. Where was I? Can't remember. The host company was like really disappointing when it came to narrowing down what we need to do in the job facility. I won't mention the company that was spraying us where to work, but the management was very bad. They just gave you the documents. This is my technically first job of a long time, and when you sign a document in Bulgaria, I think in everywhere it's like that. They will explain you what you do in the job, your work time, work days, what you're not supposed to do, what you're supposed to do. Very simple stuff. But not the one who tutored me in the company, put me in where to work. Just gave the documents to sign up. She introduced me to the job. They couldn't speak any English. And just left. She was already like 20 meters away from me. And I started running after her to tell me my work days and work hours. It was so mismanagement. Like, hell, even what to compare it. Niji-san is better. Like, and the amount I got paid for the 2 weeks that I was working 5 hours, 5 days on a week, so 10 working days, was about 50,000, no, 500 euros. Which is for 2 weeks very sweet. But I had to waste few of it for food. I got prepaid for it because some of us are not financially well in the group that was going, and we needed money to buy actual food and water. Oh, I won't forget the taste of the water in there. It was so disgusting. We were going to lots of castles and sites, historical sites to say. That I wasn't really interested in because I didn't know the history of the place. It was just meh thing. They weren't explaining anything to us. There was a Roman theater that we passed by that I know a little bit of, but I didn't really care of it because it wasn't a new thing for me. Because in Bulgaria we have one, two. I think ours is the one in Bulgaria is older than the one in Spain, but I'm not sure. And there were always like Bulgaria, but Latinized. People in there were just lazy, um, lying to your face. Lots of arrogance and fake self-esteem. On the streets, the people in cars are gonna run you over even if you're crossing on green light and they need to do a turn. It was so arrogant of the drivers. I really hated that. People in there are always pushing each other. Let's say you're just going on a street market and you need to buy some fruit, vegetables, maybe some bread, maybe ham too, who knows. People there are just gonna push you left and right without giving a single shit. No one's apologizing, everyone's pushing each other. So fucking barbaric. And I'm coming from a barbaric country, and I have more manners than him. And I'm coming from the poor side of the country, not like, yeah, I'm living in the capital, but the part of the capital that I'm living in is not like the good place. And I have more manners than them. I tried to buy some souvenirs there for myself, like books, to see maybe I can find something interesting, like historical stuff. But everything was in Spanish, I couldn't understand a thing. Even if I buy a newsletters later, I won't do such a thing. I'm buying only books that are in languages that I can understand, aka Bulgarian and English. I only bought a jacket from Jack and Jones and sweater that was with a Greek philosopher. I thought, yeah, I know, but that is just the thing I had to buy. It wasn't for myself, the jacket is only for myself and a watch. Which is, alright. But overall, my experience in there was disappointing. Like, when I was in there, I didn't feel any, like, real culture. Maybe my experience was just unlucky in there. but not even be able to order tapas, eat actual traditional food. And there we are eating only Western food. We are eating fast food. When we go to a restaurant, there was only the basic stuff, real basic stuff. Fried chicken, French fries. What else? Oh yeah, I actually ate foreign food. I ate Indian food. But how am I? How is that even possible to eat foreign such food in Spain? Well, uh, you don't have it in. It's hard to explain it, but eating a traditional food from somewhere that is traditional doesn't sound very good to me. Eating Indian food in a Spanish country doesn't sound good to me because like I should be able to eat Latin food. I was in there the most traditional thing that I ate was pizza, Italian pizza on a stove and oven, which was just meh. Not made like to the taste. It was very good, but just it's not like the traditional thing that you should eat in there. The traditional thing that I ate in there was jamon, and that's it. And maybe you're gonna tell me, oh, you probably didn't have the money for it. No, I had the money. Even though my money was converted to euros, which means it was more expensive for me to live, to collect the money. But it was just disappointing overall. I bought souvenirs for the family and sweets and a few jamons. Like not a big jamon, just in small packages. I didn't experience any culture in there. And our break days, it was stated as break days for cultural experience. We didn't experience anything. It was so disgusting to tame it as a cultural experience thing, but there was nothing. It was nothing. It was just disappointing. So, my experience was really just this. In the hostel, we had how many rooms? 1, 2, 4, 4 rooms. That's always 20 people had to go in to sleep. I was maybe the most lucky one because my room was only 2 beds. I had to share it with one other. Some of them had to share like 6 people in a room beds. And there was a few stuff that happened, but I'm not allowed to say because it's private stuff that if I leak, NATO and the European Union will plop my ass. Mostly I ate there like fast food, and of course I was able to find a Junior man and ate Juniors in there. Like it was just Bulgaria but Latinized. I had everything except tap water. The tap water for showering was for 2 days green. It wasn't even clean. We didn't even have hot water in the hostel. And I had a broken door note. I couldn't lock my door from my room. I wasn't scared from anyone stealing something from me because everyone who was chosen to go in there, I know them. But still, it was ridiculous. Overall, I was in Spain without the S. In pain. Ciao.